Countless heartwarming stories illustrate how animals' love and companionship can transform lives for the better. However, this particular tale, set in Huntsville, Utah in 2015, vividly demonstrates the extraordinary miracles that these remarkable creatures can perform. The Howard family, comprised of Ben, his wife, and their 3 children, appeared to be a typical American family. They experienced the occasional arguments that any family might have, but overall, they were content. Tragically, they were unaware that a devastating event was about to change their lives forever. On a seemingly ordinary day, the 3 children headed to school for a day of learning and play with friends. Meanwhile, their parents pursued their daily work routines. As school ended, Mrs. Howard went to pick up her children, a routine she had performed countless times. The family of 4 happily made their way home, with the children excitedly recounting their school day to their mother. However, their journey took a harrowing turn. While driving their usual route, an oncoming car suddenly appeared, traveling at a dangerously high speed. The car veered into their lane, seemingly out of control. Mrs. Howard desperately tried to avoid the collision, but it was too late. Moments later, the 2 vehicles collided head-on, resulting in a fatal crash. The speeding car's driver, a young man himself, unintentionally took the lives of Mrs. Howard and 2 of her children. Miraculously, 6-year-old Caleb survived the collision, though not without serious injuries. He was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Upon examination, doctors discovered that Caleb had multiple broken and fractured bones, including a broken femur, knee, and arm, along with internal injuries. However, the most concerning injury was to his head. The impact of the head-on collision had caused traumatic brain injury, TBI, leading to severe damage, potentially resulting in brain damage, paralysis, or even death. Despite these daunting challenges, Ben, Caleb's father, remained unwavering in his determination to support his son. The first few weeks were critical, and Caleb's survival hung in the balance. Fortunately, he managed to overcome most of his physical injuries, which allowed him to exit the critical care unit. However, his path to recovery was far from over, especially regarding his brain function. As Caleb was still young, there was hope that his brain could regenerate some lost cells as his body continued to grow. Despite weeks of medical care, there was little improvement in Caleb's mental capacity. He couldn't move on his own, having lost the knowledge and ability to do so due to the accident. Doctors tried various methods to stimulate his brain, including talking to him and showing him simple objects to spark his interest, but the results were less than promising. Running out of options, the doctors decided to explore an unconventional treatment method, one that involved a 4-legged furry canine filled with love. Recent studies had highlighted the therapeutic benefits of animals, particularly dogs, in reducing pain, stress, and anxiety, as well as aiding recovery in individuals facing various health challenges. Dogs often provided comfort and reassurance to those coping with traumatic experiences, similar to Caleb's ordeal. With this idea in mind, the doctors introduced Caleb to Colonel, a golden retriever. While nobody knew if this would help, Caleb's father, desperate to assist his son's recovery, agreed to give it a try. Colonel, a sweet and gentle dog, was brought to the hospital by his kind-hearted owner, Susan, who volunteered to support patients in need. Initially, Colonel sat by Caleb's bedside, offering warmth and comfort to the young boy. While there were slight improvements in Caleb's brain activity, they were not significant. Doctors worried that they might need to consider alternative approaches to stimulate his mind. Then, a miraculous transformation occurred. Every time Colonel visited Caleb at the hospital, the boy's brain activity noticeably improved. His heart rate increased, and his respiratory function became more stable. It was a miracle in progress, all because of one furry addition to Caleb's routine. Colonel's presence had a profound impact on Caleb. The 6-year-old became more alert and engaged when the dog was around. Over time, Caleb began regaining his motor skills and mental functions. It was nothing short of miraculous that he was healing as well as he was, thanks to Colonel's persistent and comforting companionship. Caleb's father was astounded by the incredible progress. He had feared losing his son, but Colonel's unwavering dedication and soothing nature had facilitated Caleb's remarkable recovery. Colonel provided support and comfort during Caleb's low moments and eagerly played with him during happier times. Gradually, Caleb regained all his motor functions and much of his cognitive abilities. Today, he lives with his father and grandmother, surrounded by love. In Caleb's heart, there will always be a special place for Colonel, the amazing dog who played a pivotal role in his remarkable journey of healing.